Welcome to Kenpo University. My name's Al Babinick, and I'm your instructor. Today we're going to be talking about retreating pendulum and how the technique works. A couple of things that are in the technique that you should do but aren't in the manual. All right? Nothing major, but it helps you out and it helps you do the extension and everything like that. So the first thing that we're going to do is take a look at the first kick. So if I was in a neutral bow, and I'm in a good neutral bow, if I'm facing a wall, my toes are pointing towards the corner, this foot is already pointed on a diagonal. So when you do the first move, you really don't unwind or wind up for the twist. So when you do the first rear twist and kick, it's just rear twist, kick, and put your foot down. If you notice, I didn't turn to face you and then have to turn again. It's just rear twist, kick, put your foot down. My foot is already in a side kick position, okay? So don't go back and turn to face the person. We could do a different technique if we're going to do that. But we're just going to do drop back to a rear twist, and then we're just doing a side kick and put your foot straight down. So don't kick, rechamber, and put down. We don't do that, okay? We don't do that in Kenpo. So the only time you rechamber your foot is if you're ready to kick again or run away. So you might want to remember that. But from here, so the first move is just the rear twist and the side kick without moving your upper body. Now, when I do the technique, my hands are up. He's throwing a rear kick with his front foot. Now we're going to do it against the drag rear, just like in wall 2 of kicking set. So when I step back and block, I want to step back and block and hit off to the side, and that way it's going to get him in more of a horse stance facing 130 off to that direction. This hand's checking. Basically, if you notice, it's a universal block, right? Now when you're doing this block, as you step backwards to the rear twist, this hand goes down and around like this. It does not go on this circle. This is a 45. You see the universal pattern behind me, using a 45-degree angle to hit with. And that way, if I went straight down and over, I'd hit to the head. I want to hit outward, downward, diagonal, come all the way around, and then hit outward, downward, diagonal on the trap muscle behind his head. All right? So we're going to add an elbow to shift his weight. And then even after the scoop kick and we buckle his leg out, we're going to add another elbow to match up with something else we did before. All right? So enough of me talking. If Ted, come on in. Ted's going to be helping us out today. So I'm going to do it a little bit on an angle. So actually, if you could stand right up here. And he's going to do a drag rear kick. Now let's go slow so everybody can see what's going on. Doing the rear kick, I do my rear twist and block. Now this hand doesn't really stop here, okay? But if you notice, my upper body did not move. I didn't turn to face him. I'm still staying this way, and this hit down. Continue the motion. Do not stop here. I'm just showing you this is a transition point. So from the kick, I land with the hammer fist going to the far shoulder. I'm not hitting the close one. I want to hit the far trap. I said shoulder. I meant trap. You know what I'm saying. My elbow wants to hit his head towards the back foot. So if it hits it towards the back foot, I won't knock him down. If I push it, he's in a horse stance facing that way. If my elbow pushes him that way, I'm going to knock him down. I don't want to do that yet. So as I move up, I'm going to drag up, elbow, and I point my hand. So the elbow hit him towards his foot, and I scoop. Everything matches. And then I do an outward, downward, diagonal elbow as I buckle the leg out, and I'm doing the elbow to the kidney. All right? Let's talk about the elbow to adjust him. So after I did my hammer fist, as I drag up, I have backup mass on that elbow. That's all that's happening right there, and then I stick my hand out. So from the hammer fist, I'm going to drag up elbow, and stay low, by the way. Don't stand up like this. Stay low a little bit as you do it. Now, I've shifted his weight so that when I try to buckle this leg, more of his weight, I don't want to say all, more of his weight is on the other leg, so this one's going to be easy to buckle as you go through. And if we look at the last move, where, let me get there. So from here, elbow scoop. As you're dropping down into this, this is just like squeezing the peach, except squeezing the peach, when I did the buckle, I elbowed up. So squeezing the peach goes buckle, elbow up, off of a scoop kick. And then this one does scoop, buckle, elbow down as you're going through. So I know that the elbow to the head as you're moving up is not in the manual. I know that the elbow outward, downward, diagonal is not in the manual, but you should do them, all right? And a lot of times, if you do it right, you just blow the guy away. Now, if you blow him away, no extension, right? Because if you hit him that hard, you don't need one anyhow. If he's still there, hey, that's where from this elbow I could just turn and go right into my extension, and his legs are spread out enough that I can make everything work for the extension, and my angles will be correct. That's how to do retreating pendulum, and some of the things that it relates to in the system. I didn't go into a lot of detail, but think about it a little bit. Thank you for watching this video production from Kenpo University.